Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Candy and happy Face Friday. If you're new to Face Fridays, that's when you guys vote on what look you want me to do on Fridays on my stories. And this was the clear look, winning look right here. I love it, by makeup artist Elena. I'm sorry, but she's great. Please, if you're not following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram so you don't miss the next voting week. You guys did such an I think this week was the highest amount of votes that I've gotten on Face Friday, and I was completely blown away by it. So thank you all that voted. Thank you guys for that chose this topic, this category. I think Ariel chose it. Yeah, so thank you. Please subscribe, turn on notifications, send this to somebody, or drop some words of encouragement, and let's jump right into it. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I'm gonna be starting on my face, and I already did my eyebrows from earlier, and already moisturized and primed. Always remember to prime. Your foundation is gonna look a lot more flawless. And with this video, I'm gonna be doing a lot more of a faster paced tutorial, but I'll be doing the voiceover so you guys can see what I'm doing. But I have some things to do, so we're gonna jump right into a base, and everything that I use is gonna be in the description down below. So if you missed anything or you're like, well, what's that, just go ahead and check the details and I'll let you know what it is. Okay guys, so I'm doing this foundation technique where I'm doing everything all at once, starting with my contour. And then going in with my concealer. This concealer is by Josie Moran, and it's really hydrating, but it blends flawlessly. Now going in with my Milk Makeup foundation in the color Cinnamon, just using a tiny dot and just dotting the areas that has nothing. Just taking a little bit more. And now this part is important. I'm misting my whole face with some hydrating mist from MAC just to help blend everything together. And when I start to blend, I start with my contour first. And then of course, like just trying to avoid the conceal area, so the lighter colors. I love doing it this way when I'm rushing because everything blends together really well, and I'm not doing a bunch of layers. I'm just meshing all of it together. But it's important to blend your concealer with your beauty blender, that way it doesn't get too blended with your foundation and your contour. You still want to get that highlighted look. And if you don't want to use a beauty blender, you can use another brush to do so. Now taking a even lighter concealer by Huda, and I'm going to be putting that as an eyeshadow base, but also just adding a little bit more brightness underneath my eyes, the tip of my nose. And blending all that out.
And I'm also really careful with the size that I use my beauty blender with. So the same size that I use for my concealer, I'll keep using for my concealer. The other, like probably the butt part, the bottom part, I'll use for like my foundation. And the other side of it, I try to use like every little part of my beauty blender so I don't have to use multiple beauty blenders. And this is actually a liquid lipstick, but it blends so well. So I just use it as a cream blush. And as you can tell, I'm using the butt part of my beauty blender so that it's not mixed with the foundation. And now going on top of that cream with a powdered blush. And this blush works well with a beauty blender and a brush, so you can kind of pick your poison. And now I'm lightly baking underneath my eyes. The first coat, I'm just pressing all that powder in. Just make sure that I'm not creasing, and you don't necessarily have to bake. You can keep it, just press it in and keep it going, but I like a more highlighted under eye, so I'm going to bake a little bit underneath the eyes and also my jawline, just to give that more of a snatched glam look to my face, because my face is really round. So while I am baking, I'm going to go in with a bronzer. This bronzer is really warm, so a little bit goes a long way. And I am patting that into my cheeks and just lightly going against my nose. Trying to look like I've been on somebody's island. Now I'm going in with more of the bronzer just to get my nose that even more of a snatched look, and blending that into my eyelid so that it blends well with my eyeshadow. Now that I'm done baking, I'm taking a powder that's really close to my skin tone, and I am dusting off that excess powder on my face, also warming up any areas that are a little bit lighter. And I'll go in with this is a bronzer highlight, but I mostly use it as a highlight. I just like the golden, like glow it gives you. And now after all my powder is done, I am going in with that hydrating mist again so that all the powders melt together and it helps your face to not look cakey, and like everything is just blended in as smoothly as possible. And the beauty blender definitely helps, so you have to spray it and then blend out any lines that you see. Now for my eyes, I'm going in with Fenty's Killawatt in this metallic-y burgundy, and making a little U shape or a round shape around my eyelids and my crease to get my crease like definition. We're going in with my Juvias palette with this orange. I love this orange. I feel like I always tap into this palette for this orange. Blending out that burgundy shade. And I didn't use as much orange as the picture has. I don't know, the orange wasn't calling me as much as what I wanted, so I only did the orange to buff out that burgundy shade. On my lid, I'm going to be using like a gold. Using that metallic orange on my brow bone just to highlight it. And now smoking out my eyeliner with that burgundy shade. Alright, and this is a little tip. Spray your brush before using any type of metallic or glitter, because then you'll be able to get a more sharper like glow from it. If you want like a loose sparkle, don't do it. But if you want more of a tight sparkle, or you're trying to really control that glitter or that metallic shadow, spray your brush with a little bit of like setting mist, setting spray, any type of mist, just to get the brush a little damp. Because that way I was able to create the shape that I wanted with the shadow by itself. Now going in with that metallic-y gold that I was talking about. In the picture, she did use orange, but it is what it is. This is my look, so this is my own little twist to it. Now going in with a highlight palette that I have just to add a little bit more of like that wetness glow to the shadow. I'm using like this whitish silver. It has like a really like silvery gold shine to it, or shimmer to it. So I just want to add a little bit like my inner duck. Now the tricky part is this eyeliner. So let me tell you what happened with this eyeliner. I started from my tear duct and then drew it out, and then I realized I didn't even want it to be that close. I just wanted the shape towards the eye, but this eyeliner was so wet that before it could dry, I just ended up blended it out with a little brush, so that the front part didn't have that line that I'm trying to perfect and end up hating after it was done. You could keep it, or you can, if you have a wet eyeliner, like just before it dries, smoke it out a little bit. I was holding my breath so hard, and I think my phone had died, and it was too much, but we made it work with this dollar store eyeliner. This part does take the most time, so take your time. I'm sorry, I was like grooving to, I don't know what I was listening to. I think Bruno Mars or something. And I just cleaned up my wing with a little bit of concealer just to give it that sharpness that I was looking for. For my eyelashes, I just put the glue right on that brown eyeliner, and it stuck the eyelash right on top. The fastest way and the easiest way to put on lashes, for sure. Now going in with my L'Oreal lip liner. This color is in chocolate, but it has more of a burgundy tint to it, or chocolatey burgundy tint. and just doing a gloss today. This is by Becca. It's their Malibu gloss. It has a little bit of a pinkish tint, but very creamy, non-sticky gloss because I hate a sticky gloss. And that is it.
Alright, done. Fix my hair, everything together. I really liked how this look came out. I had a little hiccup with the eyeliner, and my phone died. It was just a lot happening. But I still really like how it looks. I love the metallic like glow of it. I feel like a gold goddess. That's why I'm like, let me put my head piece on. Let me wear my gold shirt because I just feel luxurious today. But thank you so much for watching. Please turn on your notifications, your alerts, follow me on Instagram, TikTok, all that fun stuff, and have a blessed weekend.